Hello everyone, it's Natasha from Treasure Books. Today I am sharing these treasure boxes that I made. I have 7 of them available in my Etsy shop. They all contain the same things, but they might look different because they're all handmade goodies and ephemera. So let's get started. The first thing I have in this box is a loaded envelope. So a loaded pocket, I should say. So these I have a tutorial on. A lot of the things in here I have a tutorial on, so I will link everything down below. So there's a pocket here at the back for this large tag, and then there's a pocket one here and then one here, and it's all full of like all little different goodies and ephemera and things like that. So each box contains one of those. Next thing we have is this flip down notepad. I also have a tutorial on this as well. So this opens up, there's some tags here and then a little notepad here. So once again they will all look different from box to box. Okay, the next thing we have is a bundle of 4 envelopes, and 3 of them are embossed. You can see on this one here some embossing, and then there's a dark one, like a black metallic one, embossed, tea-dyed one, also embossed, and then this one, the purple, hasn't been embossed, and there's a piece of paper that goes with the envelope inside that one. Next thing is a scrappy booklet. I also have a tutorial on these. I will link all the tutorials I mentioned, I will link down below. So it's just, you know, different pieces of paper in here, and I've done some sewing and embellishing and things like that. So these are really cute to go inside journals, inside pockets and things like that. These lace flowers, there's 3 different lace flowers. I also have a tutorial on these. It's a recent tutorial, you might have seen it. Okay, next thing we have is a pen loop. So this goes on your journal or diary or whatever, like that. It's clipped in, so it's a paper clip. And you clip it on your cover, and then you can pop your pen into the pen loop over here, so you have your pen with you at all times. So this is really cute, and I mean, if it's a very thick cover, then it might not work because it is a paper clip, but it can go on the first page in a journal, and you know, so they will all look different. Next thing is this little mini matchbox type journal with some pages in here to write quotes on or little notes and things like that. That also can be popped into a little pocket inside a journal. Next thing we have is this mini type journal. So I'll just take the closure off, so that can come off all the way. And then they're all embellished, they all look different. And inside pages like this, there's quite a few pages in there, and they're non-embellished pages. And then there's a bookmark. It's a laminated bookmark that goes with the journal, and it has a little dangly charm here on the side, and that just sits inside your journal like that. And I also have a tutorial available on these guys as well. Alright, so next I have 2 little pots of seed beads, and then the second one is sequins. So I like to use these in little shaker cards, or I stitch them straight onto my tags and pages and things like that. Each box will have 1 washi tape. This one is this red one, and it says with love, and it has little love hearts, but they will all be different in each box. And then we have a little handmade paper flower. They all look different as well. And I also have a tutorial on these linked down below. Next one is this book page for pockets. So you have a pocket here, pocket here, pocket here. And then when you glue it onto the page, you glue just these 2 sides where the stitching is. And then that becomes a 4th pocket behind. Also tutorial available on them too. And then there's a little baggie of different tags. Some of them are just non-embellished, some have some slight embellishing. They all look different from pack to pack. Then we have this little yarn bow, and you know, presented in this little plastic bag. It looks really beautiful, and that can be used to embellish your journal, or can be even a little bookmark just as it is. Okay, the next thing is this little packet of different laces. So they all are the same for all of the packets. So you can use them in your journals for embellishing, and we use a lot of, I know I do, I use a lot of lace in my journals. Then there's 2 of these fabric clusters, and they all look different from box to box, and I also have a tutorial on them as well. Then there's a little coffee filter pocket. I have a tutorial on that too, link down below. So it's just I've put a little doily in here, but that can be used for tags and little notes and things like that. Okay, then there's this origami little envelope type pocket with a tag. I also have a tutorial on this as well. Then in here I've got 2 different danglies, and they just look like this. So there's all different types of materials and laces, and then this top one is kind of like a glittery mesh type fabric, I guess, and they're all on one of these bulb pins, so that can be applied to a spine as a tassel or side of a page. And then I also have put on there one of these safety pins with some seed beads on it. I think it just completes it beautifully, and there's 2 of these in here. Okay, then I've also included one of these. So these, I'll show you in a moment what I've done with mine, but it's from 1 sheet of 12 by 12 paper. I have a tutorial on it. So you can turn this into a journal. Then there's a little pocket here, and then it opens up this way. So I'll show you what I did with mine. I do have a tutorial if you wanted to see what you can do with it, but you can see I've popped some journaling pages in there. And then here I've got some, you just embellish it the way that you like. That's that middle pocket that opens up, and then some more, just different bits and pieces. Here's a little journaling part here, and then it turns this way, so more journaling here. So I just did, I just had fun with it and embellished it. So there's another journal here, so potentially you can have 5 signatures in there. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, so I've only got 4 signatures in this one, but potentially you can turn all of the little spines into signatures. So that's what this is. I thought it would be fun to include one for you guys to embellish the way that you like and to make your own. So you can see that tutorial if you're interested. Okay, then we have one of these quote cards that I've applied these gold corners on, and that can be a beautiful like a journaling spot, or even applied onto the cover, maybe with some flowers or a little embellishment, down the bottom, something like this, and that can make it just a beautiful journal cover. Then there is one of these envelopes, a fabric envelope, and I've used a book page as well, fabric and book page envelopes. So I also have a tutorial on that. Then in here is, this is from that book, Griffin and Sabine. I don't know if you guys have seen it. They were quite popular back in the, I don't know when, maybe 90s. And it just looks like a letter in an envelope that Griffin was writing to Sabine. And that's the back. So each box has the envelope with the letter and then a postcard as well. Okay, then I've included 3 pieces of sheer fabric, and I use these in all sorts of different things. I've used them on covers, and I've actually used them for this project as well when I was making envelopes. So instead of using fabric like this, I used sheer fabric on book pages to make envelopes. So these are all different in all of the boxes, and that's one, that's the second one, and the third one. Okay, then I've also got one of these cereal bag pockets. So it's a double pocket. There's one here, this one's embossed, and then there is one at the back as well. And I've also got a tutorial on this. This image that you can see on the book page is decoupage napkin. So tutorial on that one as well. I'll link it below. And then the last thing that I've included in all of the boxes is a brown paper bag full of goodies. So they'll all be completely different from box to box. Let's have a peek at what's inside this one. So this one happens to have a die cut and some tags and this and all sorts of different types of things, and that embossing and sticky notes, some materials, some vintage book pages, doily, all sorts of like different things that you can use in your journal. This one here is a pocket. You can glue that on and have 2 pockets, a little notebook type thing, and just all different things that you can include and have fun with in your journal. So they're all different, and each one will be a little surprise. I hope you like all the goodies you see here. I hope at least you feel inspired to go and create something of your own. The link to my Etsy shop is down below. And also, if you wanted to have a look at any of the videos that I've mentioned, any of the tutorials, you can click on the description box down below and you can find those videos. Thank you so much for being here with me today, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!